Hey friends, welcome back to another Field and Garden podcast. It is your host and friend, Lisa Mason Ziegler. And friends, how about it? I have a visual today. So I am doing this with video. So if you're listening on a podcast, if you want to maybe see the wall of dried flowers behind me or my pretty little vase of Iceland poppies that have joined me here this morning, I welcome you to go over to YouTube and take a peek. So, friends, today I have really big news to share, something that's been in the works for about a year. But before we jump into that, I just want to share that this broadcast is brought to you by thegardenersworkshop.com, where you will find just a lot of information, y'all. There are so many resources over on our website, as well as our online garden shop, our library of online courses. Just a lot of ways for you to connect with us, as well as our sister podcast, Seed Talk, and you can find your way into our phone app where we do a live shop and show a couple times a week. And if you go to the shop tab in the drop down right there, it comes up and you can learn more about that. We are really just all about helping you on your journey wherever you are, whether you are a brand new gardener like I was I guess that was probably like 28 years ago, where I was basically a novice and just kind of fell in headfirst into discovering flower farming and my love of gardening. Or if you are starting your flower farm, or you need to reorganize or hit the reset button, or even expand your flower farm, we have something for everybody over there. So you'll find all of that at thegardenersworkshop.com. And as always, I so appreciate it if you will drop a review in whichever podcast app you listen to your podcast, or if you're watching this on YouTube, give us a like and subscribe. All of that makes the platform show us to more people that are just browsing. So we really appreciate that. So today, y'all, the big news is that for the first time ever, my Flower Farming School online course, which has historically, since its beginning back in 2018, has just been available to register for 5 short days a year, is now going on demand. Well, what does that mean, right? On demand means that you can purchase it anytime. You can buy it whenever it's convenient for you. You don't have to wait until, when registration would normally have opened in October. And this has just really been an uphill battle for me since we began my flower farming school. We just get so many flower farmers that are like, I need help now. I can't wait until October or November when the course launches. And so we have been hard at work developing this into a model that is on demand. So the name of my course is Flower Farming School Online, The Basics, Annual Crops, Marketing, and More. And so who is this online school really for? So friends, many a flower lover is growing flowers, more flowers than the average home gardener, right? They're growing them, whether it's for church flowers every week. Those were a big part of my business model. Is I sold flowers to a lot of flower guilds. Those are sometimes what the churches call the group of people that do the arrangements. But we have a lot of people that want to grow more cut flowers so that they can do them for their church every week, or to share. We got the sweetest story earlier. Rhonda shared with all of us of a customer and student who actually took the course so she could grow more flowers, and she literally has them free in her front yard for her neighbors and passerbyers. And the story she shared is amazing. So if you're a flower lover and you just need to ramp up what you want to grow, and you want to learn how to grow cut flowers and take them all the way through to make a bouquet to hand to somebody, this course is for you. But I will tell you, this is a warning that many a gardener that started out that way has actually discovered that their calling is, just like I did, is perhaps to become a cut flower grower or a flower farmer, whichever you'd like to call it. And so just be prepared that once you have the tools to do this efficiently and economically, and then even profitably, if you want to take it that far, this course is for you. Now, what about flower farmers, right? I mean, this is what the course was intended for, from beginner to advanced. Now, if you want to just get started, or in your this has the basic tools to build the foundation, because friends, that's what we see is missing for so many people that reach out to us that are ready to throw in the towel, they're ready to quit, is they just jumped right in and started growing a lot of flowers, and either they didn't know how to sell them, or they didn't know, they ran into all kinds of problems. They couldn't get all the work done. Well, it turns out a lot of the work they thought they needed to be doing is not even really necessary. So if you want to get started, or you are already started, but you're totally overwhelmed, I so know that feeling. And running a flower farm can be very easy to get overwhelmed, meaning, first off, think of the two big chunks that you're starting with. If you've never owned a business, and even if you have owned and started a business, that piece in itself is huge. Then you throw on top of that, it's a flower farming business. You're not just going to buy products and resell them. You are actually going to grow what it is you are going to be selling. It is two huge bites, and we can help you with that. That's what this course is really all about. It's about taking you through the baby steps of that, one little bite at a time. This course is for you. If you're starting, thinking about starting, or you've started and you are so darn overwhelmed because maybe you put the cart before the horse, which is so easy to do. And I did the very same thing, y'all. Or maybe you're that person that's been doing it for several years and you're still struggling. Maybe you're not making a profit. Maybe you are still so totally overwhelmed. I know for me, I can remember the day that I thought, how can I go to sleep every night with more to do than I woke up with on my to-do list, right? It is just absolutely so easy for that to happen to you. But friends, it's all about, you have to put on, as I often say, your farming glasses and take off your gardening glasses, because a lot of the things we may be filling our days with are things that are really just not necessary, right? So if you want to hit the reset button on your business and really give this a go, my course is for you. So let's just talk about what is in the course, in my school course, right? So it is a comprehensive step-by-step guide. I guide you step by step, we eat the ugly frog first, y'all. That means the stuff you're most afraid of, or you just don't want to do, and you don't want to do it because you don't know how to do it. And that's the business stuff, getting yourself legal, getting your foundation set up. We get that out of the way first. Now, the course includes 54 video sessions of slideshows and some in the garden. So there's a real mix of things for you to look at. And there are printouts, handouts. You can print all those. And in fact, I recommend in the course, in the welcome, or I think in the very first session, that I recommend you get a 3-ring notebook, you get some lined notebook paper, print out all the handouts, and organize them by the class. There's 6 classes, and each class has multiple sessions, and there's handouts to go with them to do all of your printouts at once, as well as the syllabus, which, and get that all in your notebook. So here's something that we've been working on, and that we just really wanted to make it available before we offered this on demand. And that is that we have a keyword searchable inside the course, meaning if you're trying to figure out snapdragons, you can search snapdragons and it'll come up and tell you every area that you can go to that have mentioned snapdragons. And that even includes the Q&As, y'all, the frequently asked questions. All right. So the course is searchable by keywords, and that allows you to find what you need when you need it. Because let me tell you what the biggest people often don't realize this. I didn't even realize this until I took a course that I am still referring back to 5 years in, y'all. The course that I took learning how to do online courses, I took in 2017, and I still reference it because here's the part that we really don't realize. When you buy a course, you're looking to address whatever issues you're addressing at this moment in time. Let me just tell you that 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, or like me, 6 years from now, you're facing new challenges, new things. Your business has grown and developed. You can come back in and you're going to look for those specific tasks that you need help with, right? And that is, for me, that is the priceless part of that. And that's why we work so hard on the keyword search, so you can go in and see what is in the course that I can go and find, right? So it is, your business is ever evolving, and this course is a tool. I do recommend that you, particularly, I don't know when you're purchasing the course. If you purchase it in the middle of winter, I definitely recommend that you set aside, as you should in the business world. I have designated time each day that I give to doing business. Maybe it's 3 days a week. You're going to spend 1 hour watching your course till you get it all digested. That's a great thing to do in the off season. But we've created this course in a way now, or we've restructured it so that you can go in and watch the parts that you need when you're in season. You need to know now, right? So because your business is ever evolving, this is the way that we have actually kind of structured it. So now you can watch it at your pace. That means if you're buying this in the middle of the season, you can just go in and search the things you need to actually know about immediately. And then, as I just mentioned, go back once the season. For me, when I say off season, because I work 12 months out of the year, right? But the minute that the harvest season is over, which means you're not harvesting, you're not selling, you're not delivering, you're not bunching, that relieves a huge chunk of my time. That's when I change gears and apply that time to my education, to expanding my horizons. So that means you can buy the course at any time, use it in the way that it works for you in the season that you're purchasing it. Buy it in the middle of winter. Yeah, I would try to go through it as much as possible, just to kind of broaden your 30,000 square, height view, right? But if you're buying it in the heat of the moment, in the season, then you can key search and find what you're looking for and then go back and watch it. But the bottom line is, it's all up to you. It's at your pace. Use the search to seek out those fire extinguisher things. What does that mean? That means if I'm getting ready to go harvest a flower that I've never harvested before that's in the course, you can key search it, go find it in the course and say, oh, okay, that's what stage it has to be in. And that is where, how I strip it and what conditioning steps it needs, right? So that's what I mean by fire extinguisher. And then move on to digesting the big picture of your business as the season allows you to do it. Now, you receive the entire course immediately. That means when you hit the buy button, boom, your online library is completely full of all of the sessions, all of the videos, all of the handouts, all of the resources, and you have lifetime unlimited access. What does that mean? That means 5 years from now, 10 years from now, that your online library, which you log into through our website, or you can bookmark it and have it on any device, you can log in and go to it at any point in time. And y'all, perhaps one of the sweetest gifts that is developed out of the way that our courses are set up is we have these private online student communities. And what goes on in those communities are absolutely priceless, because not only are you then with the people that are focusing like you are. There's something about being with like-minded people. They are focusing on the same thing. They may learn or see something that you've missed, or vice versa. The support, the networking, the help that goes on in these communities is absolutely amazing. And you have lifetime access to that community. That's optional. And you can have access to that. So let's talk a little bit more about what is actually in the course. So some of the other things that we give you beyond the videos and the handouts and the community is because we had so many students that wanted to start marketing their business before they'd actually even had a lot of opportunity to take some beautiful images of the flowers we're growing. So we've created a photo gallery. Those are in my images here from the farm that you have 100% access to use in any way. And you don't have to mark them as ours. They are yours to use on social media, on your website, whatever you need to do. And you can use those continually or just until you get your own images. Now, a couple of updates that we've actually added is we now also offer a harvest and a planting guide. Those are printouts that I would recommend that you print out and put on in your notebook. And it's just a quick reference guide. The planting guide is, first off, it has the varieties that I grow. It gives you how I started and any tips, if there are any, beyond what the regular seed starting information is. And then if it's beyond the regular planting that I recommend, those are the kind of special notes are in there. And then the harvest guide is the same. It tells you what stage to harvest, any special handling, that type of thing. So I also would highly recommend that you go to the website and look at some of the student testimonials. I mean, we just hear from people over and over and over again about, oh my gosh, I just went to my first florist and did what you said. And I gave them, voluptuous free samples to see what I am all about. And I swept them off their feet, just like you said. I mean, it's really, for me, as the person that's working so hard to help the future flower farmers, the next generation of flower farmers, that is what I'm doing this for, and whether it's I got accepted into the farmer's market, or I'm doing a bouquet subscription, or I'm following your model of a private on-farm members only flower market. And that way I'm legal with my city or my city ordinances. There's just so much. And so, friends, the other things that have developed in the last couple of years with the app that actually supports our online course is that you can listen or watch your course on all devices. There's a mobile app that you can download that makes listening to it and watching it super easy. Tablets, desktop, whatever your pleasure is. But the thing that I love the very, very most, and I'm sure it's because they got so many requests, we heard from students that they would listen to their course while they were out delivering. You can listen and then watch the videos later, right? Well, now the platform makes it just like a podcast. If your phone is updated, you can close your phone down, put the screen to sleep, just like you're listening to a podcast, and the course keeps going. So you can drive down the road listening to your course, just like it's a podcast. I can't tell you because I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people that I listen to the same things over and over because I tend to focus on whatever the fire extinguisher issue is at the moment. And I kind of miss the rest of the point. But the next time I listen to it, it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that was in there. So that's the benefit that I find being able to listen. And that's just so easy to do now that there's a phone app. You can listen to it like a podcast. And y'all, here's a tip that I use a lot when I'm listening to people is you can actually go into the settings in your, whether it's on your phone or your tablet or your laptop, you can speed up or slow down the video speed when you're listening to it. I mean, I can imagine there are people that would love to slow me down sometimes. And then there are some people that want to speed me up. So you can actually do that and listen to stuff a little bit faster. Now, I am making this podcast at the launch of our on-demand, my course Going On Demand, which is in the spring of 2023. And I am giving 2 limited time gifts when the course is purchased. The first gift is you get access also to my short course, Cool Flowers Beyond the Book, online mini workshop, we call it. And really, friends, it is me taking the book Cool Flowers, which was written for the home gardener, and then just bringing in some of my flower farming tips and applications on that. And so you're getting access to that as well as the course. And the second one is a real gift. So the Cool Flowers Beyond the Book is like a $25 value at this point in time. And then the second limited time gift we're giving you is Preparing to Sell to Florist Workshop with Ellen Frost. Friends, this takes you, I give you the basics of who the different people you can sell to, how I did it, some of the tools that I use. Ellen takes this to the next level. She is a florist and she is sharing what you need to do to sell to florists and how best to do that. That is a $49.95 value, and we are giving it to you for this limited time in the introductory of my new online school Going On Demand. So that offer will end soon. So friends, I am just so thrilled that we can make my course more accessible. If you could just imagine when I get reached out to, whether it's on a DM, in a live, or an email that's reached out to the office, someone will say, so let's say it's April. Someone will say, I'm just starting out on my flower farming. I've heard about your course, but do I really have to wait until the fall after a full season of making mistakes? And we really had no answer for that. I mean, it deflated me. And that's no longer the case, friends. We can help more people move along the flower farming journey. And I just hope that you'll join us. And friends, being a cut flower farmer certainly means doing the hard work today for the delayed gratification of a successful business tomorrow. And that is what this course is really all about. It's about doing the work, doing it together with like-minded people, with me guiding you to reach that ultimate goal, right? So there is a link in the show notes below directly to go to the pages, or you can just go to thegardenersworkshop.com and go to our online courses, and you'll find your way to me. So friends, I hope that this will be helpful to you, and I just cannot wait for you to start your journey into growing more cut flowers, whether it be for business or for sharing or for your own personal enjoyment. And we can do all this together. So friends, till we meet again, ciao.